Jay, how we doing, man?
Pretty good. How you doing? Can you see me?
I cannot see you yet. Unclick where it is. There you go.
There it goes.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. How we doing, Jay?
Good. How you doing?
Good, man. How's your Sunday going so far?
I can't complain, man. How's yours?
Man, I can't complain. I just got off of church like maybe an hour and a half ago, so I'm feeling pretty good, man.
Good deal. Good deal.
Cool, man. So kind of tell me a little about yourself. I know we talked a little bit, just a tad bit on the phone when we rescheduled, but kind of give me a rundown of what's been going on the last couple months.
Man, I newly became certified as a personal trainer. This is something I've been trying to accomplish for about 12 years now. And it's just been one thing after another, not being able to get it done. And being in the Marines and whatnot, I really didn't have the time to pursue it as much as I would like to, being in there. But now that I'm out, I'm trying to do that on the side and help people as much as I can while I'm still working my regular job and taking care of the kids and whatnot. I know I just kind of got this burst of motivation to really get it going and get it rolling and try to make an impact any and wherever I'm at, the places that I'm not at, I just want to help people. I want to help people get healthy. I want to help encourage people to step out of that whole intimidation realm of doing it and working out and being healthy and fit. There's a lot of health issues within my family. And I see that with my dad and my mom and my brothers, and I kind of want to steer clear of that and make sure that my kids steer clear of it as well. And it's just I don't really know what to call it. It's just I just have that desire and that passion and that drive to be able to help people any way I can in this realm of their life and kind of I don't know. It's kind of make a positive footprint for my kids to follow into, and if they choose to, or just to show them that, hey, you might be one person, but there's still a lot of things that you can do in order to help tons and tons of people. So it's kind of where I'm at.
100%.
Right.
How long were you in the Marines for?
I did 5 years.
Okay. When did you leave the Marines?
2014.
Okay, cool. All right. And then what do you currently do? Like what's your full-time gig? What's your job?
I'm a field service technician. I install and fix internet and telephones on the telephone poles and things of that nature.
How long have you been doing that?
Going on 3 years now.
Very cool. Now you recently had knee surgery, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What knee did you have it on?
My left knee.
How long was that recovery process?
I'm still actually in the recovery process. They said it'd take about anywhere from 3 to 6 months. I'm currently on my 3rd month, and I'm walking around, going up and down stairs, doing things of that nature. So it's
now you're not cleared to work yet, then, right?
Not yet, no.
Okay, cool. So are they just giving? Is like a workers' comp, or is that how you're helping get like supplemented by and stuff like that?
Well, I get service connected disability from the VA, and then I get paid. They still pay me from my job because I'm on the whole leave of absence or whatever they call it. So I'm still getting paid from that, and I still get those 2 incomes. So
cool. Now, how many kiddos did you have? I know you mentioned you have some kids that you want to do this big thing for.
I have 1 biological and 3 step.
Okay. One. If you see me looking down, I'm old school. I take notes on a pen and pad, man. I'm not this.
You're good. It's all good.
Sir. I'm old school to the core. Cool,
Yeah,
man.
No,
now, what else do we feel like online coaching is going to give us? Are we looking for that financial freedom or flexibility? What are we looking for?
A little bit of both of those, actually. The financial freedom and the flexibility. Because I know people all over. I've been in the Marines. That it has helped me to gained a lot of friendships and acquaintances with a lot of people all over the place. And I know a lot of them, they want to be in a certain type of shape, but they don't have that direction or that guidance that they need. So with an online, I can set that up for them and shoot it to them and be like, hey, here's what you need to do. These are the steps you need to take. So don't see it as, okay, I'm not there, you're not being held accountable. This is me taking time out, trying to devote this to you. Hop on the train and let's ride this thing out, and let's get you where you need to be, whether it's here, freaking California, freaking, wherever. I'm just trying to get that out there.
Yeah, 100%. That's kind of cool because since you've been in the military, a lot of downfalls for military personnel is once they transition or they get out, they're not sure where to go from here, right? And like you would have that answer for them, you'd be able to guide them, right? Because a lot of people in the military thrive off of structure, discipline, routine, and then when they get out, they lose some of that, right? So you'd be providing a service that they could fully resonate with and almost feel like they're back serving something larger than just themselves, if that makes sense. Pretty cool, man. I love that. What certification did you just get, by the way?
It was the what is that? Oh, damn it, I just drew a blank. ISSA.
ISSA, very cool. Well, the cool thing about this is we're actually backed by the ISSA. We're backed by NASM, ACE, and ISSA. So this would be continuing education credits for you, which is great. Just kind of ties into things. Outside of that, I know that you mentioned starting off right now, this would be kind of be like a side hustle. Are we eventually looking to make this our full-time career?
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, I would like to. A little bit down the line, I want to work as long as I can, just to kind of put some money aside, build my retirement up and things like that, just for my kids' sake. And that way I'll always have something to fall back on, you know what I'm saying? And
what I gather from you is you're a huge family guy and you want to provide some type of generational wealth for your kids. Is that about right?
Yeah.
I love that, man. I'm a dad of 5. So I've got, I got 2 step kids and then I've got 3 of my own. So I fully resonate with what you're talking about right now. This is pretty cool. Now, what do you feel like would be your goal, like financially, in order to like replace what you're currently making? What do we need to be making a month?
To replace what I'm making now, I'm going to need to be making probably anywhere from, because in a month I make about 4,000 a month. So I don't want to be right at 4,000. I want to be well ahead of that. And I mean, with my disability, I'm going to always be getting that. But I don't want to have to rely on that. I can live off of it. I'll be fine just with that. But like I said, I don't want to just have to rely on that.
Yeah, I totally get that. So we know that 4K is right where we need to get to like just replace it. But obviously we want to have kind of like a nice nest egg, a little bit of a breathing room. So industry averages for online training on the very low end is going to be $250 per month per client, up to $500 per month per client. Okay. So let's just say you've got quite a few people that you mentioned you already know, you're certified, you're feeling really confident, qualified. Let's just say you're charged right around $400 per client, okay, on average. If you had 20 clients, that would get you 8K a month, right? If you had 25 clients, that gets you 10K. Now we're making 120 a year. We haven't even touched your disability yet, which is phenomenal, right? So now that you know those industry averages, where would you like to see yourself making best case scenario?
Best case scenario, I would like to be right there at the top, 100, at the top, if not more, 120 a year.
Yeah, 100%. I like that. And we can even go bigger. So we have 2 different programs. The one that we're going to be really discussing today is really how to get you from like starting a program all the way up to eventually, adding hires, running ads, things of that nature. So the sky is the limit with this thing. And it happens relatively fast. Now, what do you feel like is the biggest challenge to get this thing up and running for you?
For me, my biggest challenge is figuring out a good price line to start, and really just what to put out there. Like what should I put out that will pull in any and everybody? Like I don't want to put something out there to where it's gonna scare away some of the older people because they're thinking, oh, this is like an Arnold Schwarzenegger type thing. I don't want to do it. You know, I want it to be something where I can help any and everybody.
I love it. Cool. So yeah, we'll do that. So pricing, so offer and pricing, right? A little bit of a marketing. So we make sure we're marketing to the right type of people, drawing in the right type of client that we're seeking for. And then part of that is also understanding what problems do we solve for individuals, right? So to give you an example, I market to high CEO men ages 35 to 50. So I have a broad age demographic, but that age demographic, usually when you're about 35 to 50, you're pretty well set for as far as like what you do for career wise. Financially, you're more, you're more secure as well. And then I utilize specific social media platforms where those guys would probably be hanging out at when they are. And then as far as, pain points, think about what men are, what we thrive off of, especially high powered men, right? We thrive off of money, power, sex. Okay. Right. So if you're a high profile man, and let's just say you're married, you're a father, if you're a beast in the business room, oftentimes you're not as present at home with your wife, with your family. So when you are home, your wife starts to resent you. Your kids really don't have a full relationship with you. And if you don't have a relationship with your kiddos, your wife resents you. You're not getting any intimacy when you get home. So those are major pain points that I speak to men. How can we go ahead and keep still being a beast in the boardroom, but have more of a balance with our family life where we can have it all, right? So that's what I base mine on, right? Just kind of quick example. As far as what do you feel like you've tried? I know that you've got certified. Have you been doing any research on online training? What else have we tried?
Really, I've just kind of, I've kind of made my own brand, and I've been trying to throw it out there, and I've been going around talking to people, asking them, okay, what do you look for in a personal trainer? Like, what are you most drawn to that'll get you to stick to a program and commit to it for the long term? Where I live at, it's it's to say the least, it's not the biggest center for healthiness and everything. There you have a group of people that do want it, but they're stuck on the small town. Okay, I'll go 1 or 2 days and then I'll chill out for 2 weeks and then I'll go again. It's that type of thing. And I'm trying to get across to people that, hey, if you come and you train with me, I'm going to show you the right ways to do it to where you can live your life, but still fit this in.
Yeah, 100%. So
that's been my biggest, thing that I'm trying to push right now is just not so much as just my brand, but just trying to get people to get on board with, hey, okay, we can do this 4 or 5 days a week, every week, and still have time to do everything else that we need to do.
Yeah, help them out, like adopt a healthy lifestyle, just healthy small changes that can lead to long-term results. Love that. What do you feel like you would need from like a business coach or a mentor to be really successful?
I think I would need direction in the all the right ways to pull people in and how to make people feel comfortable with what I'm charging them. The town I live in, it's very small. A lot of people know me here. I grew up here, I graduated and all that trash. But me being gone for as long as I've been gone, new people have came in, a lot of people I don't know. And I need to figure out a way to basically help people see that if you come train with me, this is the right fit for you. This is going to be what you need to get you rolling and keep you on that good track, and to know that, no, I'm not just trying to gouge you like some. So there's some personal trainers that they're just all about the money. They just want to make that money, and whether these people get anything out of it, they don't really care because they're getting paid,
100%.
So I need kind of that kind of structure and that guidance as to, okay, this is what you charge. This is how you set this up. In order to help these people that you're trying to help, this is how you're going to have to set it up in order for them to see that there is going to be great benefits from it.
Totally get that. So it sounds like You're wanting very specific direction, a structured game plan that goes step by step with proven systems, right? And then
Yeah.
obviously it sounds like also with that guidance, we like that mentorship, like more of a community style where you can ask questions, get feedback right away. Someone's going to be able to like, kind of hold our hand through this to make sure that we're following the right steps. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Cool. Now let me ask you this. How would you like to see yourself different in the next 4 to 6 months from where you're currently at?
In what manner do you mean that?
Like how your life looks, like where it's currently at. It could be a great, wonderful life, but how would you like to see things differ if you could look at a magic 8 ball and kind of see yourself 4 to 6 months from now? What would that look like?
Oh man, I I would have my financial status would be more stable than what it is right now. My home life would be more stable than what it is right now. My motivation just for life and helping people would be through the roof. Not to say that it's not high now, but I mean, things in life happen and it wavers. But I would like to be not completely established, but I would like to be well on my way of being close to being completely established and have a couple clients under my belt that I'm getting them to a better life that they need. And I would also like to be able to snowball off of their success and just create myself brand new and take my name and turn it into something that's a common, I wouldn't say a common household name, but it's very well known. In 4 or 5 months, no, it wouldn't be super well known, but I wanted to be out there like, hey, this dude, he came and he started something and he's for real about it and he's kicking ass about it. I don't want I don't want it to be something that it's okay, it's good for this moment and then it just completely falls off, because I see a lot of that and I know a lot of people that have done that and I just don't. 4 to 5 months from now, I want to be like, damn, this is taking off, and I might need some help. I might need some more people. I want it to be those kind of problems, not damn, this is falling through. What do I do? Like I want to have those good problems.
Yeah, I love that. So it kind of sounds like you want to fulfill purpose through helping others, which is going to help create more fulfillment for yourself, but it's also going to provide a whole nother level of consistency and stability, right? So you mentioned right now, one of your first goals was you'd like to be more stable financially. Mm-hmm. How stressful right now is your financial situation from like a 1 to a 10? 1, it's like, it's whatever. 10 is like, dude, I am barely hanging on. Like, where are we currently at with your financial situation?
Right now, I'd say I'm saying I'm probably at about a 5.
Okay.
Like I'm not drowning, but I'm not where I want to be at.
100%. Now, as far as home life more stable, kind of explain to me what that means.
Right now, I'm going through a pretty bad breakup, and obviously she has the kids, and currently I'm staying in a hotel just until I can find somewhere a house to live. But I want to be able to eventually purchase my own home and give my kids like their own room, their own space, their own everything, their own yard. They can do whatever they want to do. And if me and her end up ever working it out or reconciling anything, she can keep, both of our names on the house that she's in right now. But if anything, we could rent that house out and then we have this other big house that we can actually live in, I see myself as being a homeowner, I don't care about all the fancy stuff. I'm a very big minimalist. I could have a coffee table and a couch and I'll be, hey, this is it, give me a 40-inch TV and I'm cool.
I hear you.
But
so how important is it for you to get those things kind of resolved? Like, right, we're talking about that financial stability and more importantly, that balance with home, right? How important is that for you to like become that man, that provider that your family's looking for, to where there is no more struggle.
That's 100%. That's what that is the ultimate goal right now. The ultimate goal is to take the person I am right now and do a complete tear down, rebuild, and show that, okay, I can show myself more than anybody else that, hey, I can do this. And just because I'm not a Marine anymore doesn't mean that I can't take those same standards and morals and values that was instilled in me and apply it to this outside world and apply it to my everyday things. 5 years of that, I don't want it to go to waste, because I accomplished a lot. I saved a lot of lives. I almost died 3 times.
Wow.
And I don't want any of that to go in vain. I don't want to be out here and just be another person roaming around, floating around through life like a fart in the wind.
Yeah, 100%. Jay, I love that you said, I have all these morals and things and standards that I created, and I don't want them to go to waste. That is very powerful, man. I love that you recognize that, you see that. Now, as of right now, with, you mentioned, I greatly appreciate your transparency too, with letting me know how things are going financially and with the home life, with the financials and where you're currently at within your relationship. How does that affect like your day-to-day living process? Like, how does that affect you, personally? How does it affect you, mentally? How does it affect you spiritually? What does that look like for you?
Mentally, it's been a little it's worn me down a little bit, but I've been dealing with a lot of mental health issues in the past, and I've here recently, probably about 3 months ago, I found myself in a much better place. I've found better ways to cope with things. Spiritually, I feel like everything is happening for a reason. It's God trying to take me from one place to another, and He's showing me that, okay, you were stuck in these ways, you were doing these things, you were thinking this way. Now it's time to elevate that, and you're gonna have to go through some struggles and some heartaches and a lot of pain, but in order to reach what you really want, this is why I'm putting you through that. And I'm a firm believer in God and the reason why He puts us through those things. It's not because He's punishing us. It's because, okay, we were here in this place. Now we got to elevate ourselves. We have to go through all these things in order to reach that next elevation.
Yeah.
And it's a continual cycle. You got to learn. You got to learn. You got to learn. You got to take in all those lessons. So that's that. As far as me waking up in the morning doing my everyday routine, I'm gonna get up and do what I gotta do regardless. I can't. I used to be one of those types where I'd get so depressed I just lay around, kind of just drag around. And I'm 36 years old, man. I don't got time for that. I got kids that rely on me. I'm not close to my family, but at this point in life, I've never really been close to my family, but at this point in life, that's not nothing that I really concern myself with. They're going to be there, they're not. And I got to focus on me and what I'm trying to do and where I'm trying to get to. My goals are more important than dealing with family drama and letting those kind of things bring me down to a level that I don't need to be. So, I mean, my everyday life, it's affected to some point. I don't know anybody who could just,
Yeah.
go around and act as if nothing's bothering them, but I still manage to get up, do what I gotta do and push through everything, because nobody else is gonna do it but me.
Yeah, 100%, man. I love that, man. Because at the end of the day, you mentioned earlier, man, God has a way of humbling us, right? If we don't change our
Mhm.
habits, He's going to keep us giving us some red flags. If we don't catch on, He's like, all right, man, you're a dummy. You're not listening. I'm going to have to change this thing
Yeah,
for you, right?
yeah, for
Totally
sure.
get there, man. I've been to that with that myself. Now, cool, man. I think we're in a great spot. Mentally, I love where you're at. I love your level of optimism. And more importantly, I love the fact that you're trying to make a large impact, not just for yourself, but you keep on mentioning your family, like, right? Like your kiddos, things of that nature. So you're in a good headspace. And I love that. You're very passionate about health and fitness, and you're doing it for the right reasons. Obviously, if we service people the right way, the money's going to follow. If we only chase the dollar bill, it's going to be pretty transparent. People are going to be like kind of disgusted by us, if you will.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do next is I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go over a high level of what we have to offer. Then we're going to actually deep dive into each module so you can see exactly what you'd be getting. Cool?
Okay.
All right, my man. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I can see it.
Cool. So as you know, we're the Next Level Coaching Academy. This is a big deal. We're actually accredited through the Better Business Bureau. We got a quality rating of an A out of a possible A+. So this legitimizes who we are. We're also backed by 3 of the largest providers in the industry, ACE, NASM, and ISSA. So you got your ISSA first. So for you, this is going to be 20 continuing education credits, which is phenomenal because you need that as you get certified.
Awesome.
On the success ladder, we have 2 tiers. We got 10K Accelerator, we got Mastery Level Coach. 10K Accelerator is great for an individual such as yourself, someone who is certified. They're looking to transition from that 9 to 5 eventually. They want to create an online platform and they want to create massive impact. The information in this course can get us from 0 up to 10K per month in as little as 4 months, if so desired. Now, mastery levels for individuals who have been coaching for quite some time, they're hitting 10K a month on a consistent basis, but their main focal point down the road is to get to 100K per month. They want to be able to leave kind of the coaching aspect and become more of a CEO of their own program, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
right now I can see us at 10K Accelerator, but the next 4 to 6 months, I can see you hopping up to this bad boy right here. Cool?
Cool.
All right, now the 10K Accelerator is broken down into 4 phases. The first thing we want to do is get you some clients. We can't establish ourselves as a business without paying clients. So we're going to help you get that first. Then we'll establish a solid business foundation. Then we're going to actually help you generate leads organically utilizing AI technology. And we'll also develop sales and retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K per month. Now, on the support side of things, you're going to have an assigned one-on-one coach. This is awesome. This is an individual who's completed both 10K and mastery level. So they have a 6 or 7 figure business of their own based off the information on our course. So they're battle tested. You'll have a private game planning call with that individual to really review where you want to get to and the most efficient way to get there. And then every 2 weeks, you'll have Zoom calls very similar to this to revisit the game plan, make any changes, receive feedback, and then you'll get very specific instructions on what you need to execute for the upcoming weeks. From there, we also throw in a private sales coach. So this will happen when you're averaging about 2 Zoom sales calls per week. We're going to introduce you to a sales coach that's going to help you get a larger return on investment, help you close down those leads, and also help with that pricing and offer as well. Okay. 5 times a week of group support calls that accommodate a 9 to 5. So this will go over client objection handling, client delivery, lead generation, marketing, mindset issues, you name it, we deep dive into it. Then we also understand that becoming a fitness entrepreneur is exciting, it's awesome, but it does come like with some stress. It's overwhelming at times, right? So we created what we call the Zenpreneur method. We help with weekly mindset calls. We do breath work and meditation sessions. We even do journaling to ensure at all points in times you're always in a good headspace to move forward with your business. On the resource side of things, you'll have the 10K Accelerator program. We'll give you the Zenpreneur method we just got done discussing. We'll also give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific changes or enhancements to your program. And as mentioned earlier, we do offer an optional certification, which you probably wouldn't need because you already have that ISSA, but it's there if you'd like it. Okay? Now, here's the secret sauce and how we get you from 0 to 10K, the 4 phases. Act first. What does that mean? It means we're going to launch our business. We're going to announce to the world who we are and what we're about, but we're going to utilize very specific and proven strategies to get your first couple clients right out the gate. Okay. Once we have those clients, then we're going to help build your back-end administration systems. We're going to make sure you're a legal business. We're also going to identify what problems we solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. Okay. So these first 2 phases will be like about a month to month and a half. Okay. Phase 3, phase 4 is where we're going to spend the majority of our time. So developing consistency. We're going to help organic marketing strategies utilizing AI software, makes your time more efficient. We'll also teach you to generate leads utilizing LA's community lead generation method, which we use WhatsApp for. And then we'll also teach you basic sales funnel creations to close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4 is going to be like the fine tuning of everything. We're going to maximize your sales skills. We're going to lock down those closing calls at a 40% clip or greater. We're going to focus on consistent client delivery systems, but we're going to emphasize customer support and client retention to keep people happy for long periods of time. Any questions on that?
Oh, no.
Cool, man. This is like what you came through the call for right here. This is our actual course. There's going to be a total of 32 modules. Each module will have an overview link to read. It'll also be associated with videos. Both the overview link and the videos are very tutorial style, so they tell you step by step how to execute everything, zero guesswork. So the first thing we want to focus on, what are the steps to becoming a full-time coach? This is really cool, man. We're gonna give you 3 different strategies to really maximize you getting clients within that first week to week and a half. And then we'll also provide resources that are already done for you so that maximize your time and you're more efficient. We'll move into the 10K Accelerator Directory. I want you to view this as onboarding material that'll help you become a better student. It really shows you how to maximize the program to its fullest capacity. Okay. Then the 10K roadmap. We're going to break this down into 2 phases. What do we need to get from 0 to 5K? What do we need to do to get from 5 to 10? So again, videos and written material, it shows you exactly step by step those levels of success. Moving into the mindset and lifestyle module, based upon your specific goals and lifestyle that you're looking for, we're going to help create daily routines for that and strategies. We're also going to make sure you're in a good headspace to move forward with your business, regardless of fear of failure, imposter syndrome, anxiety, any of those feelings. Okay. We've also identified the top 10 struggles that you'll face as a fitness entrepreneur, but we've provided solutions to all of that. Now, this is where things get interesting. Administration systems and ChatGPT. Have you heard of ChatGPT?
No, I haven't.
So ChatGPT is kind of like, I want you to think of it as like Google on steroids. It's going to be a high-powered virtual assistant that really maximizes and makes things more efficient, enhances the user's experience. So we can create SOPs out of this. We can create workout programs, even nutrition programs. We can create content ideas out of this. Again, it does a lot of the thinking for us, and then we can just kind of change, plug and play as we go. Now, the back-end things, such as payments, we'll use Waiver, Stripe to collect payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly to book calls with you or apply. And we also have applications you can utilize to load up all of your programming, all of your nutrition into one spot for your clients. It makes it more organized. You can even customize the videos to make it more brand specific. Okay. We're going to do the same thing for your financial systems as well. We're actually going to help set up your LLC, help you get your employment identification number, when to open up a business bank account, when to pay quarterly taxes, when to pay yourself, examples of business write-offs, health insurance, business liability insurance, you name it, we deep dive into all of that. Now, the cool thing about this is previously, if you were to, file for your LLC, it'd take 2 to 3 weeks. We're partnered with an AI company called Taylor Brands. This can be done in 2 to 3 hours. It's essentially almost the same cost, but a fraction of the time, so we can focus more on client delivery and building our business.
Okay.
Cool. From there, we move into target setting. We're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. We're going to deep dive into your specific goals. From there, we're going to figure out what problem we solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. Is this going to be a more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program? So this is a kind of a module that you'll really want to pay close attention to, because 1, we need to understand what our worth is, right? Understanding you as a trainer and your experience, your expertise, what you bring to the table. And then based off of if it's a do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program, we'll create high ticket offers, which will be established upon your overall length of terms. So we actually help with the structure of your pricing. We also teach you how to create downsells and discounts when applicable. Then moving into organic marketing, we're going to show you how to do 1 hour's worth of work and get 14 different pieces of content created out of just that 1 hour. So again, being more efficient and making sure that this is more convenient for you. We'll also kind of identify other marketing strategies that you can utilize that doesn't make you come out of pocket for anything. Okay. We're also going to teach you how to set up a podcast and YouTube. We want your message to be expanded to millions, right? We want to make sure people know who you are and the message that you're trying to bring. Okay. From there, we're going to show you how to market for all things Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok related. So it's more than just randomly posting. There's very specific strategies and resources that we implement to make sure we're getting the right type of attention. Same thing for Facebook as well. We take it all the way down to the hashtag use. How can we maximize reels? We use data analytics to track all that. And then we'll even show you how to maximize everyone's new favorite TikTok. How can we make sure this engine works to the best of its abilities for us? From there, we'll move into content creation made easy. We're going to introduce you to Canva and Microsoft Designer. This is essentially a professionalized way to make your content look more organized, more aesthetically pleasing. It's really good for branding, logos, things of that nature. I want you to think when you're out with your girl and you're shopping, you look off to the corner and you see something in a store that attracts you and wants you to go into that store. We want your social media to kind of provide that same type of feeling for individuals. From there, we're going to move into the 10K lead generation framework. There's 3 different ways we really do this. The first of which is what we call earned media. This is like people coming to you specifically. First, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to set up a WhatsApp group. and we're going to explain to you why it's so important and how it can benefit you. From there, we're going to move into specific strategies to funnel those people into that group. So cross-pollination, example of this, you might be partnered with another coach. Their clients get to see who you are, your clients get to see who they are, and now we're building like a larger following, okay? Free resources, we've all done this. You see something on the internet that says, click here for the free resource, the free workout. People love free stuff, right?
Yeah.
And one of the biggest ones I really like to point out, the scholarship strategy. This will get you a ton of people in the door. You'll be able to get their information and follow up with them. Okay? We also do a lot of call to actions as well.
Okay.
From there, we're going to move into the opposite, is what we call conversation calls. This is outbound marketing, or you reaching out to individuals first. We'll give you very specific scripts. We'll give you conversation and call examples, but more importantly, we're actually going to show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms and how to build and nurture all these relationships. And now that we have that WhatsApp strategy we can now identify how can we make these conversations more intimate, more of a one-on-one feel, and more importantly, they're in part of a group where you're already servicing some other clients. So they get to ask other people questions about your services. So by the time they get on a sales call, they feel like there's more trust. They feel more bought in.
Okay.
Cool. From there, we're going to move into the sales overview and fundamentals. Let me not skip over referral strategy. Referral strategy, the easiest way to grow your business. Friends, families, coworkers talking about how amazing you are. We're going to give you 6 different incentives to really maximize people's potential to want to bring you more referrals without you actually having to ask for them. Okay? Now we'll move into sales overview and fundamentals. If you're going to be a trainer, a coach, an entrepreneur, whatever the case may be, you got to be good at sales. Okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to show you how to maximize your sales capabilities, because we want to set up 2 types of phone calls. The first is a meet and greet. It's like a screening call. It's a 10 to 15 minute phone call to figure out, do you really want to work with this individual? Can you actually solve their problem? So we'll give you different processes and real-time examples with our coaches, which will set us up for the closing call. So we're trying to lock down this lead. We're trying to turn them into an actual client, okay? We'll give you specific scripts. We're going to give you our entire objection handling web. We're going to teach you how to create downsells and discounts, and this will be a game changer, creating financing options for people who normally couldn't afford it, okay? And then we have onboarding and follow-up procedures to really lock in that lead once and for all. From there, once we have either sold them or not, we want to track our data, okay? So we want to make sure how many calls are showing up, right? How many aren't, who closed, and why they didn't. So we have predictable data every single month. We'll give you resources in order to track that, so that way you have predictable data every month. Now, as far as objection handling, this is where a lot of people will give you specific excuses as to why they can't start now. We're going to give you over 30 different scenarios how to get past that, okay? So you'll hear all these over and over and over. The more we can familiarize ourselves with these, the better it is for our closing call, because now we can kind of give them an idea as to why it's so important to follow through with your program.
Okay.
From there, we have the onboarding process. It's probably the most overlooked area by trainers and coaches. This is your first 30 days in your program. This will make or break if someone wants to continue to work with you. We need to make sure this is a very special and unique moment. We need to make sure that there is some type of resource in their hand within that first 24 to 48 hours while we're building out their programs. This is also where standards and expectations are created.
Okay.
Client delivery is the fun stuff, my man. This is like the week-to-week process and how you deliver services, but we teach you how to do it more efficiently, utilizing ChatGPT for your workouts, for nutrition, for different content, things of that nature. We also help you kind of figure out why people are either ghosting you, they're not listening, they're not following through. It's usually because they want to be a part of a larger community. Some of them want more one-on-one touch points with you. Some of them want different challenges, and some of them want to be incentivized to do what's already expected of them. We'll give you resources and strategies to kind of provide that for them, to incentivize them to execute at a very higher level. Okay. From there, customer support, the not so fun side of things, cancellations, refund requests. How do we handle that? How do we mitigate it for the upcoming months? And how do we track it? From there, we're going to move into retention. We want to keep people for long periods of time and advance into higher levels of our programming. So we'll teach you how to track that as well. Quick recap, and we'll answer any questions you got. Cool?
All right.
All right. Program itself is going to be 4 months long. You'll have your customized game planning call with your coach. You'll have a one-on-one coach the entire enrollment period. You'll have one-on-one coaching calls, private sales coaching calls every 2 weeks. You'll have the Facebook community and CEO trainings, 5 times a week of group support calls, 24/5 tech support, and the business course curriculum. Is there anything at all you feel like we're missing?
Not that I can think of, no.
How we feeling about it so far? Do we like it? Do we love it? Do we hate it?
I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
Awesome, my man. Did you get a chance to check out any testimonials?
No, not yet. No.
Cool. I'm going to share just a couple with you. Cool.
Okay.
All right. So this is Charlotte. Okay. So she was an in-person trainer. She's making about 40K a year. All right. She joined our program, and in a 6-month time, she contracted over just 200K. Now she's making 70K a month. So she went all in. She's what we call a top 10 percenter. She just murdered it. Right. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, you've got Karina. Karina was making about 2K a month. She didn't want an empire, but she wanted to travel and spend more time with her kids. This first tattoo indicates when she started NLCA. Bottom tattoo indicates when she quit her job. 6 months later, she was averaging 10 to 12K a month on a regular basis. Now she's averaging 15K a month, working about 35 hours per week.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Now, the reason I showed you these two, right, is because one, you told me you were making right around 40K, right, earlier on, right? So I want to show you what could be done. And I also know that you were kind of interested in being an in-person trainer as well. So I want to show you that. The reason I showed you Karina is because you're a family man. And you mentioned how important it is to have time with them and things of that nature. So that's why I showed you those two. Now I'm going to show the averages, and then we're just going to figure out, the next steps for you. Okay. So 73% of our students sign their first client in month 1. On average, it takes them 1 week to do so. Now, cool statistic. The ones that sign their client in month 1, by the end of month 4, are averaging over 8K per month. Wow. The individuals that don't sign their client month 1, but by the end of month 4, are averaging 6,500. So just to be a basic, mediocre, middle of the line person, you can expect to make 6,500 to 8K. Do you find yourself as an individual, as a mediocre person?
Not at all.
I love that. Cool. Now check this out. This is huge, right? People are quitting their job in an average of 10.6 weeks to go full time on their online fitness business. So just before 90 days, people are out here crushing it. Now, the students who stay with us 12 months have 97 clients on their roster on average. Those individuals that have 97 clients on their roster are averaging 366,000 per year. Okay? Now, our students are grading the program of 4.5 out of 5 on average, which means they're getting massive results for their respectful businesses. Any questions on that?
No.
Cool, man. All right. Next, real quick, did you get a chance to hear about the 3 times your investment guarantee?
No.
Okay, so some companies will have a money back guarantee if you don't get results, right? That's pretty standard. We have that, but we actually guarantee you're going to make a specific amount, okay? Or you get your money back. So how this works is you have to attend your game planning call, all right? That's pretty standard. Have to attend all of your one-on-one coaching calls, which is 2 per month, easy. Attend 1 group support call each week. Charge at least $250 per client at the bare minimum, hopefully more. Run a scholarship strategy within the first 90 days, have no late payments. You do all this, you show up, you do the work with our support and education. We're guaranteeing you'll 3 times what you invest into this, or you get 100% refund. Now, year to date, we've helped over 3,000 individuals. We've only had returned 1.6%. How are we feeling about that?
That's pretty daggone good. I like that.
Right. Cool, man. All right. So next one, we're going to talk about the investment portion. Okay. So it's either going to be a payment plan or a paid in full option. Payment plan means we put down a down payment. We spread the rest out over 4 months. The paid in full option means we just pay the whole thing up front. We save a significant amount of money. Now, no matter where you're at financially, I have extended payment plans. We have financing options. So if this is something you truly feel like is going to get you to that next level and become Jeremy 2.0, I've got something for you. Okay. Finance is the easiest thing for me to work around. Cool.
Okay.
All right, man. What's this going to cost us? Only $100,000 in your left kidney.
All right.
I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing. Now, there's a payment plan at $7,000, and then a paid in full option that saves you $800 at $6,200. Out of those two, which do you think works best for you?
Definitely the payment plan.
Yeah, that's what majority of individuals do. So I'm going to show you kind of how we do this. We'll work in reverse engineer. Okay. So what the average student will do is put down roughly around 2,300. That takes that 7,000 down to 4,700. We divide that over 4 months. That gives us a payment of 1,175 per month, which is equivalent to you needing 3 to 5 clients, depending on what you're charging a month. Pretty reasonable, right? Is that something you feel like you can commit to?
right now, I don't know, with me trying to get a place and all that, and trying to get that all established right now, it's kind of a crap time.
Yeah, no problem. Let's take a pause really quick. Let me ask you these questions, okay? So moving forward off the table, if finances weren't a thing at all, would this be something you'd 100% be committed to?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like like after you saw the presentation, do you feel like this checks off all the boxes on what you're looking for and how it can solve your problems?
Yeah, I really do. Yeah.
Cool. Are you 100% confident in your own abilities to execute and follow through with our support and education?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So all it comes down to is figuring out something financially that works out for you and your family, correct?
Right.
Cool, man. So me and you are going to get really resourceful. When I say that, we're going to put our heads together and we're going to figure out something that can make sense, that allows you to move forward but not feel overwhelmed. Cool?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, cool. Let me ask you this. How good's our credit? Good, bad, great, awesome, shitty? What does it look like?
It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. I'm currently working on it and trying to get it built back up.
Cool. So are we talking like maybe 500s or something, or lower, or upper 500?
It's in the upper 500s. Last I checked.
Cool. So I got an option that I know for sure will work. We're going to try that one first, okay? Because I know that one will work, and I want you to see that. And then we'll try another option just as a backup as well. Cool?
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is called Sweet Pay. And what this allows us to do is we take that $7,000 and we spread it out over 12 months instead of 4. That means it's a significantly less down payment, significantly less reoccurring amount. So how that would work is we just need 5% down, which is $350, plus a one-time service activation fee of $59. So to get going today, it would be $409. That's it. Now, the cool thing is your next payment wouldn't be due until July 1st, which would be equivalent to about $597 per month following that. So that's you needing about 2 clients per month. That's it. So you mentioned right now all those people that you know that you're friends with. 2 clients is nothing, right?
Right.
Is that something you feel like you can commit to get you rolling?
I could do it. I wouldn't be able to do it today just because I've been in this hotel and a lot of my money has been been spent on a damn hotel room. So like I know I'll be probably at my best point financially on the 1st of next month.
Okay, cool. Let me ask you a couple questions. You cool with that?
Yeah.
Cool. So I know right now we haven't really even touched your military disability stuff. What do we have collectively in like checkings or savings?
As of right now, what do I have? Probably right now I have roughly probably for paying for this hotel, probably I have about 900 left.
$900 left. Okay. Now, are you looking at getting back into your own house? Like, how long have you been at the hotel?
I've been here for going on a week now. So I'm gonna have to, I'm waiting on a buddy of mine. He has 2 houses that he's fixing up, and then he's gonna rent one of them out to me. So I'm just waiting on that. So
my thought process behind this, quick question. Obviously, I want to make sure that we're getting you to a spot financially to where you don't even got to worry about anything, right? So let me ask you this. Right now, you're you're kind of like on leave with, with your knee stuff. So this is a great opportunity for us to like double down on our time and lock in. This course actually helps you get clients as you're building, right? So do you feel like if we invested in this and we get 3 times what you're putting in, so essentially we're putting in 7,000 to get 21,000 back. Do you feel like this would benefit you in your family situation if we took action on where we want to be at versus our current circumstance?
Okay, ask the question again. I got lost. I got TBI, man, so sometimes I get lost.
No problem. So I'm asking right here. If we have that 3 times your investment guarantee, right?
Right.
So essentially what we're doing is we're putting down 7,000 to get 21,000 back with the payment plan,
Right.
right? So my question is, do you feel like it would be worth it to take action based upon where you see yourself and your family, or not take action based upon your current circumstances? So I want you to think of like Elon Musk, one of the most richest dudes in the world, right? He
Mhm.
took action based upon where he saw himself, not where he was currently at prior to him becoming rich.
Right.
So he made it a non-negotiable. And I know that earlier you mentioned family is the most important thing, and you're always going to make those moves to better yourself. If Do you feel like it'd be worth being in a short-term inconvenience to double down and take action today versus waiting it out another month?
I mean, I would love to take action today. I really would. But at the same time, I know that with my stroke of luck and the way things have been kind of going for me, I gotta be careful as to where and what I purchase on a day-to-day basis, just because I've had any and everything come up on me. So it's like the reason why I say the first is because I know for a fact that come the first, I'm gonna have my house. I'm gonna be set up. I'll be straight then, and I'll have that extra money to fall back on and whatnot. It's just right now things are too iffy. I'm having to spend this money, and I'm waiting on this guy for the houses. So if something goes down with him and he's not able to get them fixed fast enough, then I'm back in the hotel room. And I've spent times in my life where I had to live in my car, and I'm trying not to. I really don't
Yeah.
want to go back to that. So I'm being a little bit more cautious with, do I really want to just, okay, all this right here, or do I need to wait and make sure I have that big backboard, that way I can catch
Yeah.
that rebound.
Well, I want to share some encouraging words that we've had individuals that have even been in like worse financial predicaments, right? The thing is, you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. You know this as a soldier, as a father, as a family man. Ideally, we'd love to get going when things are a little bit more comfortable, right? But
Mhm.
tomorrow could be something else. Hopefully, nothing wrong happens to your car. We could get a flat tire, right? There's always
Mhm.
going to be something that we don't know, right? So think about this. On a daily basis, you get up and make moves regardless of what the day brings, correct? So like just
Mhm.
because you're in a car accident one time, are you never gonna get back in a car?
Nah.
Exactly. So I want you to think of the same situation here. This can actually play to our benefit. Okay. So right now, you're not distracted with a whole lot. Like you have time on your hands. You're still getting some income coming in from your job and from for your disability. You had mentioned earlier you're 100% confident in your own skill sets and ability. So my
Mhm.
question to you is, if we took this action, right, do you really find it as a risk if it's actually calculated and strategized, right? So as a
Mhm.
soldier, you're trained for every scenario, right?
Right.
And as a soldier, if you knock down that first door, there's a 50% chance someone behind there is staring back at you with a gun, right?
Oh yeah.
But you don't have any other options, right? You're going in based upon what you've been trained for. You know how things work, right? Same thing in this situation. I want you to think about it now that you're a soldier. We're knocking down a big door right now. So, right now, we're trying to get our family life back together, right? We're trying to make sure our kids are straight. And more importantly, we're trying to invest in ourselves for self growth so we can impact more people. So, I totally get that you want to wait a month. The only thing with that is when we wait a month, you're now moving into closer to the 4th of July. When you do that, right now there's a lot of people because it's warm outside. People are apt to want to get on with coaching. After the 4th of July, people are wanting to get coaching because the holiday, people want to look good for family reunions. But then after the 4th of July, it's like, fitness can kind of take a slight pause because now I can wear a turtleneck and a hoodie, right? Because they can hide stuff. So
Mhm.
I'm asking you if this is something where we could really start budgeting a little bit more and take some action, you could actually be in a better predicament in the next month or two versus waiting. Otherwise, we're going to be in the continuous predicament of, barely making it by. Right now, you had mentioned right now, you're not paycheck to paycheck, but there's a little bit of uncomfortability, right?
Mhm.
So right now you have an advantage. Not a lot of people are able to get on for 409, and your next payment's not due for another month. But if this gave you something that you're truly passionate about, helps give you gratification, right, and helps you get you and your family out of the current predicament, would you settle for anything less at this point in time?
And I'm processing and thinking.
Oh, you're all good, man.
I just want to make sure I'm making the right moves, you know. Because everything you said makes really good sense, and it's fucking.
I just want us to really think about the time that you have available right now, because once you're
Yeah.
able to start working, obviously you can work around the schedule, but right now time is actually in our benefit. We have
Mhm.
additional time that we can double down on and get to that next level, right? So
Right.
if you don't want to do it right now for you, do you feel like your kids deserve it for you to do it for them?
Oh yeah, of course they deserve everything.
Yep. So do you feel like it'd be worth it to become that Jeremy 2.0, to be that provider, that soldier for your family? You've done it for your country, but can you do it for yourself and do it for your family?
Yeah. I mean, I can, and I most definitely want to. I feel like I'd be more comfortable waiting, man. Man, I get what you're saying, and it's all a very good point, man. I just feel I'd feel comfortable waiting until the first. To be honest with you.
I agree with you, right? It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
100%. It is a lot of money. Now, the key word that you used is I'd be more comfortable. That's what your brain tells you to do based on comfort, not what's best for you, right? Your
Mm,
brain is going to tell you what to do based upon previous habits and actions or lack thereof that you took in the past. This
mm.
should be uncomfortable. This should be scary as shit, because
Yeah.
we're talking about making a game-changing life decision, right?
Right.
So we're at a point to where, do we want to make a game-changing decision that's going to ultimately impact our family for the betterment? Or are we going to continuously be in this perpetual cycle where I'll do it tomorrow, I'll get around to it when the ideal circumstance is right? When you're a soldier, you don't get that option of choosing when it's comfortable. You have to take action. You mentioned earlier you didn't want to lose those morals and standards that you learned in the Corps.
Right.
And then you mentioned also that you didn't want to feel like that you're being hypocritical of those rules and standards.
Right.
If you don't take action right now, and you have in the past as a soldier, do you find it that your actions now would be hypocritical if you didn't move forward for your family's sake?
Mm. Yeah. Mm. And I feel what you're saying. I just I feel like it's something that I can't do right now, man. It's something that I mean I gotta hold on to that little bit that I got and make sure that I can get into the house and all that, man. I do understand what you're saying, and I get your point. It's just, man, it's something I gotta. Yeah, I gotta hold off on it, man.
Yeah, man, no problem. Usually when someone's got to hold off or think about it, it's usually for a specific couple different reasons. One, they don't feel like the course or the modules are going to get them the results they're looking for, which we've established you're 100% believe that they will, correct?
Yeah.
Two, they're not 100% convinced or 100% confident of their own actions to take action and follow through with it step by step. Do you feel like it's that?
I don't feel like it's that. It's just where I'm at financially right now and what I mean, I can't stay in a hotel, for extended period of time. It's already been a week. So, I want to hold on to that money. So because I know once I do get into the house, I'm going to have to get utilities turned on and whatnot. And I want to make sure I got all that. Cause I mean, when I get into a house, I'm going to have my little boy coming with me. And I want to make sure he has everything he needs. And I'm basically starting over everything right now. So it's kind of.
Yeah, that's completely understandable, man. Like at the end of the day, it's to the point where you're solely only relying on the couple clients that you have to get. I don't want you to only have to rely on that, right? I
Yeah.
totally get it, man. And 100%, I respect what your decision is. I just need to make sure you're at least 90% in alignment and you allow our coaches to get you that final 10%. But right now, if it's not the ideal situation, it doesn't mean it's no, it just means not right now, right?
Yeah.
So in a month or so, this doesn't mean that because you can't move forward that we're done. It means now I have to hold you more accountable on a weekly basis. So unfortunately, you got stuck with me, and I'm pretty I'm pretty good at sending over resources. So I want us to think that as of today, even though that you can't move forward right now, that you still committed to becoming a student. Okay.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I'm gonna send you resources at least first on how just to get this thing started. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll be checking in literally once every week. Hey, how do we get on that mini course? Because it's free. All right. When you knock
Okay.
that one out, I'm gonna send you over another one. So I'm basically gonna give you like daily homework. Okay. So the first one's gonna be a mini course. At the end of the week, I'm gonna make sure that you got through it or you at least started it. Okay. And we're just going to check in on a regular basis. I'm not going to try to sell you anything, nothing like that. But as we start getting closer, also, hey man, how's the house hunting going? Did your buddy come through? Like where we at? So that way, you can start strategizing another game plan to get you going when it's more feasible and when it's obtainable and you're not feeling like you're hanging on by a limb. Cool?
Yeah. Right. Good
Cool.
to go.
All right. Any questions that you have for me? Anything else I can help you with?
Not that I can think of right now, man.
Cool. I'll also send you over a couple testimonials for other individuals who were in like a rough patch financially, but followed through and made some things happen. I think that'll give you a little bit more hope. I love that we're motivated, but motivation is just a temporary feeling, right?
Right.
We're going to have to fall back on discipline, which is an ongoing thing. Like the people that are the most consistent are coachable, consistent, and they're fully committed, right?
Right.
So I think you're almost there. I just think we just have to fine tune a few things and we'll be able to get you going. I think you're going to crush it. Cool.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right, my man. I will send that over to you here in a little bit. I got another phone call, but then I'll send you over those resources. Then I'll just be checking. I'll probably check in today. Is what, Sunday? I'll probably follow up with you on Wednesday to kind of see where we're at. If you at least opened it up, kind of checked it out. But that'll keep you busy, keep you something to look forward to. Cool.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, my man. You have a phenomenal Sunday, brother.
I appreciate it. You too.
All right, later.